this is a slightly more famous test. Here goes. Economic globalization. If it's inevitable, probably isn't. I think transnational corporations do serve humanity to a certain extent. Walmart does, but then again, humanity comes above, so complete nonsense. You wouldn't support anything if it's wrong. Yeah, it kind of is, really. Oh my goodness! Hello. How are you racist? Like, why is it? Although, interestingly, every race has its own individual qualities on average. So, technically, every race has certain superior qualities, I suppose. Who'd have thought this? I'm just going to disagree, because, you know, I'm kind of confused. The enemy of your enemy is my friend. That's complete nonsense. There's more than two ways to look at things. No, it really isn't. There's no worrying fusion of information and entertainment. If you can't tell the difference, you're stupid. And stupid people are problematic regardless of what's fed to them, so it doesn't really make any difference. That said, late night American comedy doesn't really prevent a very balanced view of things, so... But I don't think it's that big of a deal. Divided more by class than nationality. Yes, but controlling inflation more important than controlling unemployment. Yeah, because if it just like gets out of hand, unemployment's going to happen anyway, so yeah, it's kind of more important. Yeah, of course they're not going to voluntarily, yeah, they do need regulating. Fundamentally good idea. To a certain extent, I suppose. There's not a sad reflection, it's just based on rational behaviour. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold, of course it should be. I don't think it's regrettable because they're not hurting anyone. Someone else being better off than me isn't regrettable, because that's just pure envy. Of course it is. Yeah, that's what it's for. Probably not. No. What does mislead mean? Well, I suppose trade description. So, yeah, I agree with trade description. Yeah, of course it requires restrictions. Free market, the free of the people. Often, yes. Then again, if it's completely free, there'll just end up loads of people who literally can't do anything about their state of life. Generally, yeah, in rich countries. Not if it's just a few days, but I really don't know enough about that. Of course all authorities should be questioned. No, because it's like in the spur of the moment versus premeditated by the authorities for a very long time and done in a court, which is far more insidious. So, and there's no need to two wrongs don't make a right, do they? No, 30 museums should be kept up. Otherwise, we're just gonna turn into a society of machines. I think they kind of should be kind of compulsory. Different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Basically, are you a member of the alt-right? That's complete nonsense. People should interact with each other. It never hurt me. I mean, there's a big controversy about it, but yeah. Yes. What? Like, who didn't as a child? And if you didn't, then what's wrong with you? Yeah, it should be a criminal offence. Yes. Oh, that's a difficult question. I think there's a certain, implication there. Most important thing is definitely not the most important thing now. That's complete nonsense. I mean, just go to Syria or North Korea for like a few days and you'll soon find out that's nonsense. Yeah, they shouldn't. Like, if you're just deliberately not working, it's no one's responsibility, unless you're like disabled or something. Better not to think about it. Don't see what that has to do with politics, more philosophical, but if you don't think about it, it's going to come back to your head, so... No. Can never be fully. Define fully, I mean... It can be pretty much integrated. Kind of. The BBC isn't too bad. I mean, they made loads of good nature documentaries, so... I certainly don't feel any of mine curbed, so nah. Yeah, that is a significant advantage of the one-party state. It's probably the only advantage of a one-party state. I think there may be reason for worry, but no, not really. Yeah, I mean, that kind of just has always made sense. If it doesn't represent anything, yeah, then it isn't art. No, rehabilitation is more important. Well, technically it is in some cases, but very rarely. No, they're all equally important. The first duty is to be homemakers. Well, I just think they're more genetically disposed to know how to behave toward children. So I kind of agree with that. Sorry, feminists. They probably are. Multinational companies always do unethical things, so yeah. Yep, definitely. Astrology accurately explains many things as complete nonsense. I don't think that's true. Peter Hitchens seems to think so. But nah. No, it isn't though. Charity's useless because people are stingy. What does naturally unlucky mean? If you make loads of bad decisions, then yes. But I'm not superstitious. Instills, no. Educates, yes. Usually. It depends entirely on what you're doing, but yeah. I think children kind of need one of each parent. It's definitely slightly better anyway. But then I suppose people want to look after a child, and then lots of single people can adopt, so yeah, they shouldn't be excluded. It's probably not a good thing at all, but just for the sake of not being authoritarian. Yeah, of course it's not the business of the state. It kind of... That's complete nonsense. It probably has to a certain extent, to be honest, though. Now let's see where you stand. Okay. Where am I then? Liberal centre. Interesting. Last time I got left, but centre of authoritarian versus libertarian. Okay, so fairly central though. Fairly central.